Hello everyone, my name is Christian and today I'm going to be doing a ranking of all 8 of my Sum of Sci-Fi picks. Maybe it's 7 books, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's 8. But these are all books that I read last month for July, and that was, well, I guess it was kind of like June, July, late June, mostly July. I ended up reading a lot of sci-fi books. I wanted to catch up on Arthur C. Clarke and start Sun Eater and continue the sort of other books I've been reading. As you can see, I have my TBR shelf behind me. You can kind of see this next month's books that I'm reading. This is the Adventure August read. I've already announced that on my channel update video, but to get started on this ranking, I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. And I will not really give any ratings. I will attach the playlist to the description that has all my reviews for each of these books. So if you want to know more information about these books, definitely go check out those reviews. But my least favorite book is going to have to be Frank Herbert's The Dasati Experiment. I enjoy this one very little. This is book 2 of a duology that he wrote. Book 1 was fantastic. I loved it. Book 2 was a whole lot of just nothing, and I didn't really care for it whatsoever. I finished it in a day, which I was very happy about, so I could at least get it over with. So I wasn't exactly bored while reading it, but I was very uninterested in what he was engaging with, and it just sort of felt very empty and unexplored. So my next least favorite book is going to have to be this book. It might be a hot take, but I mean, we're now into the 6 out of 10s. The last one was 5 out of 10. This was 6 out of 10, I think I gave it. But this is going to be Sun Eater, book 1, Empire of Silence. I enjoyed the beginning 100 pages, and the rest of the book I did not really have any interest in. But all the Sealson stuff was great. So I'm very much excited to go into book 2. A lot of people love book 2 a lot more. So I'm keeping an open mind and I'm excited to dive in. But this was my second least favorite book. But so my third least favorite, so the next book I want to talk about is going to be Arthur C. Clarke's Fall of Moondust. This was about like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I felt like this would be a really great movie, and I still feel that way. I really enjoyed sort of the people stuck in a situation having to figure themselves out of it. And I love movies like that, you know, Cube, Saw, bunch of other movies. But those type of movies was like life or death, and we gotta solve puzzles and we have to like survive and stuff like that. Or like Moon, that's a great movie. That's a very similar movie actually to what this story is about. So my fourth favorite book, we're in the top half now, so this is book 5, I believe. But this is going to be the Arthur C. Clarke book, The Lost Worlds of 2001, which is basically a diary journal that he wrote while he and Stanley Kubrick wrote the script for 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I just finished that book, and I cannot wait to review it. But there was a lot of surprises that I was not expecting from this book, that he was just like, yeah, and this is the questions people asked us, and here's the answer. And some of the answers are within the book that he would say, and he would say like, hey, I'm not going to spoil it, you have to go read it. So this book was fantastic. I would definitely recommend starting here if you're a huge fan of the movie like I am. I've seen it dozens of times and I love it. Fills me with wonder every time I watch it. But this was just such a fantastic read. This was like an 8 out of 10, I think. We're getting into the like really good stuff now, where I think everyone should read these books. But the next book, my number 3 choice, we're in the top 3 now. My number 3 choice for favorite Sum of Sci-Fi book is going to be, of course, Tamsin Muir's Gideon the Ninth. This is Book the New Sun. Book the New Sun is what I called it in my review. It has everything I love from Book the New Sun. It has a lot of mystery. It has a lot of fantastic characters. I love the world building. I love the lore. I love the humor. I just really love the dialogue as well between our characters, especially Gideon and Hera the Ninth. I'm so excited to jump into that book 2 again, because I haven't read that in 6 or 7 years. 6, 7. I'm a huge fan of this, and I cannot wait for book 4 to come out. I'm still waiting for the announcement. But number 3. So my number 2 is going to be just a fantastic book. I loved it, but it didn't do as much as my number 1, which I'll get to in a second. But this is going to be Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End. This was recommended to me by my friend Colin. He basically gave me like 2 or 3 titles to like start with Arthur C. Clarke, and it was like 2001, this book, and A Fall of Night, I believe it's called, and I have that like above me. I think that's where it is. That's where a lot of my Arthur C. Clarke books are kind of just nestled in my TBR shelf. But this book was just absolutely fantastic. I finished it in a day. That's how you know a book is like awesome. And this was one that I just could not put down. I loved the ideas that Arthur C. Clarke was dealing with and engaging with. I loved the aliens in the story, because it is basically 3-Body Problem in like 200 pages. Except 3-Body Problem is so different, like just with what happens within it. But I think both series, or both, it is not a series, it's a single book. But I love 3-Body Problem and I love this, and I think both should be read. But I wonder if there would be a good movie based on this. I don't know, but I'm very happy to have read this. So if you want more details, please go check out my review. I am just kind of quickly going through these. But my favorite book of Summer of Sci-Fi is going to have to be the last book I read, which was Nightside the Long Sun, book 1 of Litany of the Long Sun, which is the first half of Long Sun. Book The Long Sun is I'm done saying these names, but I love Gene Wolfe. And what he does here is fantastic. And I also really love to, I don't know if you noticed this, but he has a straw hat on. So I just kept telling myself, this is Luffy. Patera Silk is Luffy. And I was just giggling really hard every time I would close the book and I would remember, oh yeah, he has a straw hat with a red band around it. Like, it's just like Luffy from One Piece. I love it. But, yeah, this has everything that I loved from Book of the New Sun. It's less fantasy and a lot more space age, space opera, which I love. So I'm very excited to continue Book of the Long Sun. I have a lot of kind of questions going into Book 2, and I know a lot of people are excited because Book of the New Sun was my jam. That's where my heart resides the most when it comes to fantasy and tropes and what makes the stories click for me. And I just really love that book, and I'm excited to get into Long Sun. I'm repeating myself, but this was absolutely my favorite book of the month, and everybody should read Book the New Sun and then Long Sun. I would love to buddy read it with someone, but I think that's all for today. I had fun kind of getting it together, this stack. Like, I'm ready to put them into my shelves though, because I have a big TBR shelf behind me, as you can see. Those are my movie TBR over here. And then I have my manga here and then all my books. So I have a lot to read, but I have all these coming up, and I'll do a tier ranking or a ranking of those, I guess, next month. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of these books. I will put in the link for the playlist into the description, as I said. So if you want to know more about my thoughts about any of these books, you can go there, and every review is like 10 minutes. So I go in pretty deep detail. So thank you all again for watching, and please have a great rest of the day.